Hey Collective, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, welcome to Teatime Tarot. So I have my cup of herbal tea here, and I've pre-shuffled these decks, but I'll give each of them a quick shuffle to get this reading started. I hope you're having a great day so far. I'd like to just get one card from this deck, Surrender deck. This one fell out here. And it says, surrender low self-esteem. You deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. So next we're going to read from Tarot Flora by Moca. This is one of my decks. The links for my decks are in the description section below the video if you're interested. So a few of these, it's a little too early. I need to give it another quick shuffle here. Several fell out there. I just need a few. Oops. Let's see what else we get. Let's go with these. All right, so we have number 21, the world. The number 21 may be significant for you. The world has to do with success, achievement, fulfillment, completion, accomplishment, travel, vitality, self-expression, truth, a sense of belonging, and wholeness. Next, we have the Ace of Wands, and that has to do with inspiration, new opportunities, growth, potential, new beginnings, finding new passion, urgency, physically starting something, creative spark, and enthusiasm. So really, really powerful cards here. The world is a major arcana, so those are even stronger energies. Here we have the Four of Wands, and that has to do with celebration, joy, harmony, relaxation, homecoming, reunions, surprises, commitment, stability, laying down roots, unity, and a community spirit. So that's also quite positive there. Here we have the Ace of Swords. We have two aces here, so those are really strong energies as well. Ace of Swords has to do with new beginnings, new projects, victory, success, authority, mental clarity, breakthrough, intensity, assertiveness, force, communication, focus, making the correct decision about something. And finally, we have the Two of Pentacles. And this has to do with multiple priorities, adaptability, time management, flexibility, balance, and financial decisions. So we see some wands here. Wands have to do with passion and typically is reflective of fire energy, fire sign. We have the sword that has to do with communication, and the pentacles has to do with money typically. So the world, the Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, Four of Wands, Two of Pentacles together looks like finishing a big chapter and immediately stepping into something exciting and new. There's a lot to celebrate, but you may need to stay flexible and juggle a few things to keep things running smoothly. Next, we're going to be reading from my other deck, Vintage Rose Oracles by Moca. Let's see what these oracles have to say. All right, we have 3 cards fall out. Typically, I'd go with 1 card, but 3 fell out. So it says, good news arrives. Couldn't get any more clearer than that. Some kind of good news will arise. A promise has been broken. So sorry that I had to be the one to deliver that. It says a promise has been broken. Interpret that as you will. Inhibitions and insecurities are only as powerful as the power you give them. So this is some sage advice here. So the more power you give to something, especially something that's not so positive, is the more that thing grows in its own power. Okay, so be mindful of what you spend your energies focusing on, even your thoughts. All right, so next I'm going to be reading from Intuitive Oracles by Moca. This is another one of my decks. I'm using several of my decks today, mostly my decks today. So if you're interested, as I said, the link is in the description section below the video. So we had one card fall out here. Let me see if I can get a few more. This one also fell out. Let's see what else I can get. Maybe one more card. I believe there's one that's flipped over here. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, this one came out of the bunch, so let's just go with that one. All right, so here we have mint. The number 71 may be significant. A vast amount of spending or a large purchase. Furbishing something will render it as good as new and cost less versus replacing it altogether. Okay, so here we had a little bit of focus on finances as well. This one is number 86. The number 86 may be significant for you, or 8 and 6 may be significant for you. 0707, these are angel numbers. You may be seeing repetitive numbers, so this is just significant of that. It says, after a long period of analyzing and studying various topics, it all comes together with a revelation, a shift, and an awakening to the spiritual world. Okay, so that's a really positive there. And we have 0011. So that's 11 minutes past midnight. The number 81 may be significant. So again, you may be seeing repetitive numbers in different formats. It may be mirroring. It may be just repeated numbers. Honor your heart's desires when making decisions. You have achieved spiritual awakening and enlightenment and can help others on their spiritual journey. So this sort of ties in with this one where it says a shift and an awakening to the spiritual world. So maybe you have been going through that, or maybe you're going through that now, but this kind of outlines your purpose or one of your purposes in life, that you can help others on their spiritual journey as well. Okay. So the last deck I'm going to read from is my True Oracles by Moca deck. Let's see what this gives us today. We have a few cards here. Let's just go with those. They were turned the opposite way. So it says here, new offer, marriage proposal, commitment, or job. And I believe a few of these cards, the aces said new offers, even new projects, new beginnings. This one says marriage proposal or some kind of commitment, and it may be job related. Here we have purge. It says dark night of the soul, spiritual healing, detoxify and release. So this may be a time of you letting go of things and people that are no longer aligned with you. and you're stepping into your higher spirituality. The message was clear here. So it says here, dark night of the soul. That's usually a very tumultuous time when you have to face your dark side. Each of us has a dark side, and whatever demons or wounds we have to heal, the only way we can get through it is to face it, address it, and deal with it, so we can release, as it says here, release. So that this purge is necessary for you to get to this other step here of being more rooted in your spirituality. This one says nourish, spiritual healing, health and wellness, physical fitness, nurture, nature. So all of these things are just very positive and good for you. So make sure you're eating well, make sure you're exercising, taking care of yourself, nurture yourself, go out in nature to get grounded and do it often to stay grounded. Work on your physical fitness, just nourish yourself. And all this is part of you growing as a person, growing as a being, growing as a soul. Here we have new beginnings. And again, this was repeated with the ace cards, new beginnings, new opportunities. The world said accomplishments, achievement, success, fulfillment. So here you have new beginnings. So whatever you have completed, you may be starting something new, okay? It's a new job or venture, new relationship, pregnancy, birth, new direction, or marriage. And again, these themes are just sort of repeating themselves. So any or all of these things could apply to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And if nothing else, if the reading itself doesn't resonate at this moment, it may serve as a guide of what's to come for you. Or at the very least, the outlook is very positive. To finish off the reading, I'm going to read from my handwritten messages here. Let's see what messages come out. And I'm going to just grab randomly a few of them. Okay, so this one says weeks. So maybe you have been focusing on a timeline of something. It says weeks, okay? Then we have tact. So be tactful in your dealings with others. Maybe somebody's not being very tactful, so just be mindful of that and how they're handling you. But regardless of whatever the situation is, tact is being highlighted here. This one says red flag. So pay attention to any red flags. Trust your intuition. That's what it's there for. To, your soul is well aware of what's going on, even though your conscious mind may not be. So anything that strikes you as unusual or suspect, pay attention to the red flags. And this one says try again. So if you try to do something and it's not worked out for you, this is saying to try again. So collective, that was your reading for today. I hope one or all of these messages resonated with you in some way. I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Love and light. Thanks for watching. Hey collective, I hope you're well. If you're enjoying my readings, I have a small favor to ask. Would you be so kind to take a quick minute and go to my YouTube page, True Oracles by Moca, and subscribe to help me grow my channel? I would so appreciate it. The goal of my readings is primarily to motivate and to spread good vibes. So please share with family and friends. Thank you and have a fantastic day. If you're interested in purchasing any of these decks for yourself or to gift someone, check out the links in the description section below the video.